students, in this video you will learn how we can install or how we can use Windows XP NetViewer image in Oracle VM VirtualBox. So first of all, just install this Oracle VM VirtualBox in your machine, in your laptop or your desktop PC. Now click on the new button and then click on the next button. Then give here the name. Suppose in my case I am giving the name is Windows XP. So after giving the name Windows XP, you don't need to be changed this type, OS type, that is the same. Then click on the next button and allocate the half memory space of your total memory space. Suppose this is your 4096, so you can allocate 50% of this RAM, so it becomes 2048. Now click on the next button, then click on the use existing hard disk, then choose a virtual hard disk file from here. Just click on it. It will ask you to upload a particular file, and which is your Windows XP VDI file. So select a location where you have copied this Windows XP VDI file. Just click on it and then click on the next button and then create. So it will create a new virtual machine, but in my case it is already installed, so it is showing some error, failed to create a new virtual machine, because it is already exist. So this is the way by which you can copy your VDI file or install VDI file into VM VirtualBox Manager. Dear students, when you will install this SAP NetViewer software onto your systems, then you will find three users: Dureza, NS APDM and SAP ADM. So you need to log in on Dureza users. So password will be your HARIOM85, that is Hariom 85, and then press enter. It will open your Windows XP. After opening of this Windows XP, you need to firstly start the database server. For starting of this database server, you firstly need to click on this database manager. When you will double click on it, it will populate a window in which it will show you the instance NSP. Just click on it and connect it. When you will connect it, it populates it as offline state. Now if you make it online, just press this button online, and when you will press on this online button, it will start the database manager. So now your NSP database manager has been started. It is showing it online. Now you need to start the application server. For starting this application server, you just double click on this SAP management console. It will open it and then select there the instance of NSP. So click on this NSP and then click on the start button. Then press OK button, and then it will ask the password. The password is same, Hariom85, HARIOM85. When you press enter, then it will start the NSP automatically. Now your application server will start. If you want to see the work processes which are running behind this application server, you can just click on it. It will show you the number of work processes which is running behind this application server. As I have already told you, for this application server, two main things works behind that application server. The first is a web dispatcher and second is work process. So if you want to see the dispatcher, just click on this process list. It will show you the dispatcher. So dispatcher is running, your work process are also running. Now if you want to open presentation server, you just click on this SAP Login, double click on it. Then it will show you the GUI, SAP GUI for Windows. We have three types of GUI that we can use for starting the presentation server. The first one is SAP GUI for Windows, and second is SAP GUI for Java, and third one is web browser. Web browser generally use the HTML. So when you will double click on it, it will populate SAP GUI for Windows, because we are working this SAP NetWeaver on the Windows operating system. So you can see now this is SAP NetWeaver SAP GUI for Windows, and you can also see this is the SAP NetWeaver version. I have created a one name here for the NSP. So this is SAP logon. This is, or you can say that this is the SAP GUI for Windows. Now you can see that there is a one user SAP NetWeaver. So I am just double click on it, and it will open an SAP NetWeaver screen in which I am entering the user BC user, and the password is ABCD1234. When you will press enter, it will open a SAP Easy Access screen. So in the last lecture that we have discussed about there are two menus, the favorite menus as well as SAP menus. So the favorite command that you run frequently and that you likely most, so you can put that command into the favorite menu, and in the command window you can give the command like SC38. Suppose I am entering SC38. When you will press enter, it will open ABAP editor. Now you need to write here the program. Suppose I am writing the program Z hello, and then click on the create button. So it will open an ABAP editor where you can write ABAP programs. Now it is asking for the title. Suppose this is our hello program. This is hello program. Now we need to select the type. Here the type is executable program. Now click on the save button, and it asks the package. In my case, I am creating a package $temp. So this is a temporary package in which you can save your program. Just click on the save button. It will store your hello program into this temporary directory. Either you can also create the package by its own. So we will discuss it how we can get that package. Now you can see that the editor has been opened. In this editor you can write your program. Suppose I am going to write a hello program here. So in case of a ABAP, we can use the write statement to write something. So I am using here write, use a single quote. This is my first ABAP program. Now click on the save button, then compile it, check for the errors. So you can see that a message comes here, program Z hello is syntactically correct. Now you need to activate, in case of each and every program, each and every object you are going to create into the SAP NetWeaver, you need to activate it. So click on the activate button, then continue. So it will activate it, then you need to run it. So click on the direct processing button. So you can see that this is my first ABAP program. So we have used here the write statement. So it is showing this is my first ABAP program. Now click on the back button, or log off button. Now another program we can also create. So go back, and I'm going to create another program. Suppose ZSum. Now click on the create button. You need to give here some program, then type you need to select, that is your executable program. Then click on the save button. It will ask the package. Click on the save button. Now you can write a program here. Suppose I am going to write with the help of parameter statement. We will discuss it further. Suppose this is your number 1, and then type is integer. Similarly, we are taking another number. This is number 2, and type is again integer. And then I am going to take data statement in which we will store the result. So you can set it as a data object. So this is type result, type is integer. Now if you want to give statement to ask the user to enter two numbers, so you can give it enter two numbers. Now you need to perform the addition here, so take the variable result equal to number 1 plus number 2. Then you can use the write statement to write the result. Sum of two numbers is comma, and that is your result. So by this way you can create your program. Now click on the save button and check for the errors. No error found, syntactic correct. Then activate the object. After activating, execute the program. So it is asking for the two numbers, so I am entering here the first number is 14 and second number I am entering is 15. Now click on the execute it. So it will show you the addition of the two numbers onto the screen. You can see that the message that we have printed it, enter two numbers, then sum of the two numbers is 29. So this was the basic program that we can write using the ABAP editor. So ABAP editor we can open with the help of a translation command which is SE38. So thank you so much for watching my videos.